With me is triple world boxing champion Jeff Fennick, national hero down here. He's at the kickboxing ringside tonight. Maurice Smith, Stan longinidis. You've seen Stan the man fight a bit, Jeff?
Yeah, quite a few times. A few friends of mine, Maurice and Doug Kefford from Melbourne, helped with the preparations to Stan, and he's looking quite good.
What about the title holder, Maurice Smith? He's much taller, about 4 inches taller.
Yeah, I just had a talk to Maurice, and he reminds me a little of myself in the dressing room. He's very cool, very calm. He's talking about anything. I'm sure the fight's in the back of his mind, but he looks very, very relaxed. And I haven't seen him, but I've heard a bit about him. I think it all spells for a great fight here.
Which way do you think he'll go?
Well, obviously, I hope Stan wins. He's Australian, and if he can do that, I'll be proud of him.
Well, this capacity crowd's on its feet now, Ray Warren.
Fairly easy to see who they've come to cheer for. The Aussie, #1 contender for the world heavyweight crown, Stan the Man Longinidis, and he's soaking up the time. Standing ovation waiting for Stan the Man when he comes into the Sydney Entertainment Centre.
Stan's the Australian, South Pacific, United States and Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, and of course the undisputed #1 contender.
That might be hard to fathom in the minds of some, considering that the world heavyweight champion, Maurice Smith, comes from Washington State. If Stan the Man holds the US title, now here he comes, Stan the Man Longinidis. He's back there somewhere. Parade of the youngsters with the belts so proudly held by Longinidis. In fact, there he is now.
A professional fight record of 21-1 with 16 knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the #1 contender for the world heavyweight title here tonight. The current Australian heavyweight champion, the US heavyweight champion, the North American heavyweight champion, and the Intercontinental heavyweight champion. He is the Thunder from down under. We give you Stan the Man Longinidis.
Well, the crowd love him.
Stan the Man's a big favourite, Ray, with kickboxing fans all over the world. 16 of his 21 bouts have been in the United States. He's fought in Las Vegas. He's fought all over the world, and he's a terrific ambassador for Australia.
In the United States of America, he is the world heavyweight champion. Here comes Maurice "The Machine" Smith.
The Mean Machine. He fought in Tokyo just 8 weeks ago. He took it out in 5. Two kilos the heavier at 94. 3 years the elder at 29 against 26 is Maurice Smith. Very confident man. And in the red gown, he moves towards the red corner.
At 94 kilos, a professional fight record, 39-3-3, 28 by knockout. He is the longest reigning heavyweight champion in the history of kickboxing. The champion for 8 years. Ladies and gentlemen, from Washington in the United States of America, we give you the world heavyweight champion, Maurice "The Machine" Smith. and gentlemen, we'd like you all to please give a rousing welcome to our own world champion. Welcome him into the ring, Mr. Jeffrey Fennick.
Well, there's a reception and a half. And why wouldn't they? Absolutely robbed of his fourth world title against Azuma Nelson recently at the Mirage Casino in Las Vegas. And still burning up inside over the raw deal that he got. Jeffrey Fennick, 3 times world title holder.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting set to rumble tonight for the WKA World Heavyweight Championship. Your referee for tonight's contest is Mr. Billy May, ladies and gentlemen, and we're ready to rumble for Somebody Promotions.
So both fighters now being gloved. Stan the Man there in the black trunks with the gold sequins, looking very much like a man who intends to come out of here as World Heavyweight Champion at the end of 12 by 2.
This shapes up as a classic contest, Ray. Maurice Smith, reputed to be the hardest leg kicker in the world, has held the belt since 1983. I doubt in that time if he's come up against somebody as strong or as fast as Stan Longinidis. And talking to Stan after training the other night, he said to me, I don't care if I come out of this fight with 100 stitches in my face, or one way or another I will walk out of this ring with the belt.
Well, the preparation is behind them now. And there's nothing more that Stan the Man Longinidis can do. If he's prepared right, he gets his big chance right here and now in front of his own crowd at the Sydney Entertainment Centre. And I suppose that leads me to wonder just how Maurice Smith was lured down to Australia to defend his crown. Whichever way you look at that, it's good for kickboxing here down under.
Maurice Smith is a true champion. He's probably the greatest heavyweight champion we've had in the sport of kickboxing. Maurice defends his title at least 6 times a year, Ray. All over the world, Japan, the Caribbean, United States, Mexico. He's a great champion.
Here's the anthem.
And now the American anthem, ladies and gentlemen. Stay standing, please. We're ready to rumble.
Referee for the fight is Bill Miles. Last minute instructions, telling both boxers what he wants, what he expects. So they go back. Smith to the red corner, Longinidis to the blue, and we're set for the World Heavyweight Championship. The WKA belt. Waiting at the end of 12 by 2. First round. Front left kick by Smith. Longinidis goes after him with that big flying left hook. And he's pummeling Smith in the early part, throwing plenty of leather. Backs off with a turning left kick. Smith comes back with a turning left and a high left kick from Smith. Longinidis, he bowled that one at him. Right kick by Smith. Longinidis tries to work his way away from that neutral corner. Stand the man, black trunks. Maurice Smith, world champion in the red with the gold piping.
And this is exactly the start that Stan Longinidis would have wanted for this fight, Ray. He needed to bounce out quick.
Oh, big right hand! Big right hand by Stan the man! The champion went to the canvas. Big punch by Stan the man Longinidis. He comes after him now. Senses a chance. With me at ringside is Trevor Munnery. Well, I'm not sure that Smith was caught off balance or what, but it certainly sent him to the canvas.
Well, I noticed Billy Miles had no hesitation there, Ray, so if it was a slip, he wouldn't have put the count on him.
So Stan the man Longinidis getting away to a flying start. Oh, that left jab by Smith, it landed right on the jaw of Longinidis.
The punch to watch with Longinidis is the left punch. It's an awesome left punch, and if Maurice Smith sticks his chin out, then Stan the man will give him an early shower.
Left front kick by Longinidis, inside thigh of the left leg of Smith. This crowd, they're really pumping for Longinidis. That was his round, round one. So 1 minute into that first round, a tremendous left lead by Longinidis. It turned the champion around fractionally, and then he clubbed him with the right over the top. There it is, the big left. It was the one that did the damage. The right coming over the top was secondary, and the champion went to the canvas 60 seconds into round one. Well, he'd have to be feeling pretty happy with himself, Trevor.
That's been a great start by Stan the man there. No doubt he's been pumped up by the big crowd in attendance here. If Stan can continue this for the rest of the fight, then the champion's in for a torrid evening.
Seconds out. Second round. With Longinidis taking the first round on a 10-point round, you'd have to score a 10-9 at least. It could have even been a 10-8 round to Longinidis.
It's a great start, Ray, a great start.
Oh! Just a warning there for Longinidis. Holding the left turning kick there of Smith. He held the leg.
He looks confident, Longinidis. He looks supremely confident coming into this fight. But he was saying that he would knock out the champion.
Well, he very nearly did in the first round, although Smith has recovered very quickly, which tends to make me think that though he may have taken the punch, he didn't take much punishment from it, really. And there's the turning right kick, and then the left front kick by Longinidis, and he works away with left-right combinations, fistic combination. Smith going in with a front kick to try and get in on top of Longinidis, who's much the shorter of the two, 4 inches shorter, in fact, 6'2" as opposed to 5'10". There's the overhead shot of this fight looking down on the square ring. And a right turning kick by Smith. Longinidis replies with the left lead. And the right again by Longinidis. Stand the man. He's let go with the big right again, proving that it was no fluke. Smith in the neutral corner, covers up, tries to fight him off. Longinidis bangs him with the right again. Smith Gets back to centre ring for combat. And another big right by Longinidis. Well, Longinidis, he has now clubbed him with 3 big rights. And I can hear Longinidis' corner saying to him that he's hurt. Go after him, get him now. Coming up to the end of round 2. Stan the man. He's quite happy to just feel his way through the early rounds, though. Probably he's as surprised as anybody. Now, Smith starts to turn on some power. There's the bell, the end of the second. And again, another round for Stan the man Longinidis.
But I thought he fought that round particularly well. He had Maurice Smith in trouble. Rather than rush it as a young, inexperienced fighter might have, he took his time, he landed the big hits, he took the points in the round. There's another 10 rounds to go in this fight, so Longinidis is playing it very smart at the moment. He's been shaken, Ray. He's in a lot of trouble, Maurice Smith, and I doubt if he's had any fights where he's been in this much trouble early on.
Start of round 3. Oh, left lead and then the right over the top from Longinidis. The right missed that time. He lets go with a flurry of left and right. They both miss. But Smith would have to be now very cautious about what he does in this fight, because Longinidis, there he goes with the left again. Longinidis has got his confidence on a high now. He's coming down with a wave of confidence on Smith. Right side kick. Goes in. Left right. Double barreled from Longinidis. Back to the neutral corner. And it's very much a case of Longinidis piling on points in the opening rounds. He's taken the first and second rounds. Knocked him down in the first. And very nearly did in the second. Turning left kick by Smith. No damage done. Longinidis with that left. Twice he lets it go, twice with the left lead. Then he lets the big right go. Tries to get under the underneath of the right uppercut. Doesn't find the mark. Cupping left by Longinidis. Smith stalks him, takes him back to centre ring. There's a good shot of variation in heights here. Smith going after Longinidis, but Longinidis quite happy to be on the bicycle, and then he springs out and launches an attack. Smith got off a good shot then. He missed though with the big turning kick there with the right. Just as well he did too, because Longinidis would have taken tremendous punishment from it. There's the bell, the end of the third. Better round for the champion.
I thought, Ray, that there was a good steady round by Maurice Smith there. He took a lot of punishment off Stan the man Longinidis. I think he's withstood the early onslaught, and I think what he'll be looking to do now is start to land a few of his own big punches and probably work on Longinidis' legs a little bit too.
Fourth round. Early seconds thereof. And Smith working Longinidis back to Longinidis' blue corner. And the chunkier Australian now gets him back to centre ring. Smith with some blood coming from the mouth. Why wouldn't he be bleeding? He took a couple of very big rights in the opening rounds from Longinidis. Smith continues to take the fight to Longinidis in rounds 3 and 4. They go back into the red corner, and Longinidis able to turn Smith around. No punches landed. Left kick by Smith. Longinidis with the left right. Smith with the left lead, then the left turning kick by Smith. Gets tied up on the ropes. Referee holding them back as Smith untangles that long left leg. Oh, there goes the flying left hook from Stan the Man.
That's Stan the Man's trademark, that flying left hook. The number of times that he's won his bouts by a KO with it.
Big kick, big left kick then from Smith. Back in the neutral corner, he puts a bit of work in on Longinidis, just reminding him that he's the champion. And he's got Longinidis back in the neutral corner, gives him a good bit of punishment there. Several punches from Smith finding the mark. Big right kick by Smith. Good round for the champion. Round 4, very much his at the moment. Longinidis' corner just becoming a little bit anxious for the first time in the fight. There's the end of the 4th round, and a good round for Maurice Smith, the defending champion. So getting towards the end of round 4, and the champion started to get on top of Longinidis. A big left kick, and then he followed him into the neutral corner, and he exchanged several punches in quick rapidity. He poked out the left lead and jabbed him in the chin a few times. Then he ripped underneath with the left, came over the top with the right, and it was there that we started to see that the champion was starting to fight back, and Longinidis was in a bit of trouble as they came towards the end of round 4. Ready for round 5. Out goes the champ. Stanley, Stan the man, Longinidis. Left front kick. Smith takes him straight back to his corner. Longinidis with that powerful left hook, missing the mark on that occasion. Quiet start to round 5. Left turning kick by Smith. A round of caution for both fighters. They both go in at the same time. That left from Smith found the mark. So too did that from Longinidis. Left turning kick. Good kick by Longinidis. Jabs out with 2 lefts. Follows it with a right. Then a combination of punches. Works underneath. Tries to rip the uppercut. Through the guard of Smith. Front kick by Longinidis. Oh, good left turning kick by Smith. Longinidis bouncing off the ropes. Shall we dance? Left jab by Smith. Good punch. Right kick by Smith. Found the mark. Left front kick by Smith. Also finding the mark. Longinidis just bouncing away from that exchange. Smith comes in after Longinidis. Left front kick. Takes him back to his own corner. Delivers a high right kick. Better round for Smith. Showing us some of the reasons why he's been world champion for 8 years. Thought Longinidis might have been revved right up by his early success and would have been taking the fight more to Smith than he has. It's been very much a case of Smith stalking Longinidis.
This is a very professional performance by Maurice Smith, Ray. What he's done is taken the early onslaught by Stan the man. Now he's coming back and he's showing the challenger just why he is the undefeated champion of the world. And he keeps putting the pressure back on Stan. In many of Stan's previous fights, the others have stood backwards.
There's the bell, the end of round 5 of another good round, I feel, for the champion. It was the kicking prowess of the champion that came through in this round. He caught Longinidis with a big left turning kick. It was just after this exchange. He ripped through with the right uppercut, and then bang! He got him with that left turning kick, and that really hurt Longinidis. And this was to be the pattern of the fight as we came on down to the end of round 5. Maurice Smith, a bit of blood on the towel there. That's from a couple of wounds to the bottom lip. But only superficial.
He's a very cool and calm fighter, Maurice Smith.
Seconds out. Coming up to the round, it'll take us to the halfway mark.
This is where I feel, Ray, that Stan the man must get back that extra speed that he had in the initial rounds. Must get back on top of Maurice Smith, put the pressure back on the champion, try and land a couple of combinations, and if he can, set him up with a flying left hook.
2 left turning kicks by Smith to open round number 6. Both scoring kicks.
I'm surprised Stan hasn't worked more on Maurice's legs too. Maurice is a big man. If you can take his legs out, slow him down a bit, and make him an easier target.
He might have been flushed with the success of a couple of big shots he got off in those 2 opening rounds, and forgot about the idea of maybe taking those legs away from Smith.
Yes, I noticed in his corner just then, Shuki Rom, one of the trainers from the Jet Center, his leg trainer, was saying to Stan, work on his legs, work on his legs. And at the moment, Stan's concentrating most of his efforts on the top part of the body. That was a good kick then, but I think he's going to need to do a lot more of those to slow this man down.
Longinidis in this round, in contrast to the last couple of rounds, he has taken the fight up to Smith. He stalked him a bit in this round. Going in there, looking for work. Smith has got off quite a few shots with both left and right kicks. Longinidis propelling himself off the canvas with that punch, but it failed to find the mark. He tries to rake him off his balance with a right kick. Almost brought himself undone. And there's that left again by Longinidis. Left-right combination, good punches. The corner of Longinidis imploring him to go on with it. He does the spade work but doesn't want to follow it up.
I think he's very cautious, Ray. Some of those big hits from Maurice Smith in the last couple of rounds have found their mark, and they've certainly taken their toll on the challenger. But as you said, his corner is screaming at him. Move forward. When you have him in trouble, finish him.
There's the bell. We're halfway. Round 6 is down.
I notice, Ray, they're now starting to work on a cut on Longinidis' eye. Neither fighter is known as a bleeder, so neither fighter has been cut a great deal in their previous fights. That could be an indication, as I said before, that he has taken some big hits from the champion. And I noticed his corner were doing a lot of work on that eye then.
So round 7. And Longinidis getting some attention during the break to just a nick, I would suggest to you, over the left eye. And at the halfway mark, I would suppose this fight is very close to even Steven. So a tentative opening to round number 7. Turning left kick by Smith. Longinidis goes after him with left-right combination and a left kick. Takes him to the neutral. But Smith hanging all over Longinidis. So they come back to centre ring. Smith now tries to club Longinidis with the right. Left kick by Smith. Takes him in towards the neutral corner, towards Longinidis. There goes the launching left. The big left that worked for him early, so too did the right, but they haven't found the mark in recent rounds. Left front kick by Smith, turning kick by Longinidis, and a good combination of punches there by Longinidis. They were good punches, they all found the mark. Smith takes him back though to the ropes. Smith now trying to rip that right underneath the guard of Longinidis. Both boxers with left turning kicks. They clinch it in centre ring. Billy Mayall's the man in charge. Smith goes after Longinidis. Oh, good right turning kick by the champion. Right on the jaw. Big kick by Smith. Longinidis tries to reply, but I'm pretty sure that kick by Smith hurt him. Smith lying all over Longinidis, ripping away with that right. Longinidis gamely tries to fight his way away from the ropes. Tries to take the champion's legs from under him. They're back in Longinidis' corner. Smith tries to pummel away with the left and right. Good round for the champion. And there it is, the bell ending round 7. Well, there was a very big left hand midway through this round from Stan the Man. This is it. It comes from the canvas. He lets go. He absolutely leaves the canvas himself, and he just picks off Smith with the looping left to the chin. And it might be a sign of the times that Longinidis is coming back. The ability to kick with both feet was depicted in this round. Watch for this big right turning kick from the champion. And it's the ability to let go with kicks like that that really is starting to have its effect on Stan the Man Longinidis.
I don't think the Longinidis camp would be happy with the way the fight's going, Ray. This is a fight that suits Maurice Smith's style. He's a walk-up type of fighter. He'll get in close, he'll work away with his hands, step back and then let go with a nice big right kick. At the moment, Stan the Man, he should be moving a little bit more around the ring, trying to make the champion work a little more. The champion's a bigger fighter, maybe he can tire him out. At the moment, Stan the Man is sort of standing still a little bit, and he's copying a lot of the punches and the kicks that Maurice is throwing. If you stand in front of Maurice Smith, sooner or later you'll get hurt.
Round number 8. Still the fight fairly evenly spread. Possibly the champion just in front on points. Round 8 now. Right turning kick by Smith, and then the reply came from the gloves of Longinidis. Longinidis gets off the left. He goes in with the right turning kick. Takes him back to the neutral corner. Longinidis bangs in the right again. Smith trying to fight his way out of that neutral corner. Rips in with the right. But Longinidis is wheeling and dealing at the moment. But Smith comes away from the neutral corner. Gets the turning left kick in. And now he's got Longinidis back on the ropes. So a good passage for Longinidis, but then Smith able to fight his way out of it.
Yeah, that was a good recovery by the champion there, Ray. He was in all sorts of trouble.
Good left kick by Longinidis and a similar reply from Smith. Oh, that right might have hurt the champion. Comes back though with a big left turning kick. And again, Longinidis standing there, taking it. Now the right kick to that thigh muscle. Longinidis is soaking up plenty of punishment. Smith has delivered plenty of kicks to both those legs of the challenger. There's another one. Big right kick. And they hurt. Longinidis now. The feet firmly planted on the canvas. Not moving, not doing what he was doing in the early rounds. In fact, he looks very tired. Smith comes in. He tries to get him away with a front kick, Longinidis, but Smith is willing and dealing out the punishment as we come to the end of round 8. And Smith landing punches at will as the bell sounds the end of round 8, easily around for the champion. It was a good sequence in this round for Stan the Man Longinidis. That kick by Smith, it found the mark, but it seemed to spur Longinidis, and he went after Smith, and that's what his corner's been screaming for quite a few rounds now. He clubbed him with the right over the top, and then he launched off with the left, chased him and kicked him with the right to the midsection, and then he pummeled him over in the neutral corner. Good passage in the fight there for Stan the Man Longinidis. Round number 9 now. 4 rounds to go. Will this be the last round? Smith really on top of Longinidis at the end of round number 8. Longinidis, Stan the Man. His supporters calling out, dig deep, Stan. Smith has kept working away with those turning kicks. Most of the thighs. That one was up top to the jaw. And another one to that left thigh muscle of Longinidis. Maurice Smith from Washington State, 29 years of age, world heavyweight kickboxing champion, and he's dealing it out now. Longinidis taking plenty of punishment in the last 3 rounds. He's in trouble, the challenger. Tries to fend him off with a front kick. They're back in Smith's corner. He just delivers punishment with front kicks, turning kicks, high kicks. Longinidis stands there, takes it. Smith, blood coming from the face of Longinidis now as those gashes open further. And the referee taking Longinidis to the neutral corner, getting the doctor to have a look at him. Billy Miles asking the question, should he let it continue?
I think they're concerned about the cut over the left eye. Stan Longinidis. He's in trouble, the challenger. He's in real trouble here, Ray. He must move. He must start to fight back here.
Well, with all the kicks he's taken to the thigh muscles, his legs have become like 2 stumps now. They're not moving at all. Not even a shadow of the fighter we saw in the opening couple of rounds. And every time he takes a kick to those thighs, you can see he winces with the pain, Trevor.
Yes, he sure does. His legs have got to be hurting at the moment. Maurice Smith did the good work in the middle part of the fight. He worked on Longinidis' legs. Stan the Man preferred to move up high, and I think it's now paying off for the champion.
The end of round 9. Well, there he is after looking as though he might have to hand over that title in the early rounds. He's now well on top. And it's probably a question of whether or not Longinidis can see the bout out. 3 rounds to go.
They're slowly get out of Stan the Man's corner that time too, trying to give the challenger a little bit extra time.
Well, Smith goes straight after him. Longinidis tries to get the big left on. Smith over the ropes. Comes back up rather gracefully. Acknowledges the crowd. Goes back. Centering now. And Smith scoring at will. Longinidis trying to get a front kick on. Maurice Smith. High left kick. Longinidis gets a few punches off, but then he stands there and waits for Smith to come back to him. I don't think that he's got the power in those legs to go after Smith. Oh! Smith tried to get off a kick. It missed the mark and Longinidis clubbed him. The champion, he's in trouble in the neutral corner. Longinidis trying to get a shot on him. The crowd roars for Stan the Man Longinidis. But Maurice Smith comes away from it. He doesn't look as though he's too hurt by it.
Now, Maurice Smith was very smart there. He covered up in the corner. Most of Stan the Man's blows were not his gloves.
I'd be surprised if Maurice Smith unleashes his own barrage as we come up to the end of round 10. Longinidis' corner encouraging their boy, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of petrol there. He had his chance right there, but he couldn't go on with it. Smith comes back now. Big left kick right over the top.
Stan could be in real trouble if he doesn't get his hands up here, Ray, because he's a sitting target for that right leg.
Oh! Big left kick again by Smith. Trevor Munnery giving us co-commentary in this fight. The heavyweight champion, Maurice Smith, the Australian challenger, Stan the Man. That's the end of round 10. Well, this is an example of a kick that goes horribly wrong for Smith. He lets go, Stan the Man hurdles the kick and then clubs him over the top with the left and rips away with the right. And it was in this section of the round that Longinidis got on top of Smith. He banged him with a couple of big rights and another one down below. And over the top with the left. It was a very good passage for Stan the Man, the Australian challenger. It's pretty obvious what Maurice Smith does. Slow him down around the legs and he really can't come and get you. Here they come now, round 11. Maurice Smith. In front on points, one would have to think. Delivering that big turning left kick again. Longinidis goes after him. Smith makes him miss. Smith very light on his feet still.
I think it's Stan the Man who's going to take the title. He's got to do it in this round. I don't think you'll put Maurice Smith away in the 12th round. It's got to be this round. But once again, the champion's right on top of the challenger. He's just waiting for Stan the Man to hit him. He blocks it and he just lets him have a couple more.
There's that left that Longinidis likes to throw. But he's not really following up the foundation. Big right kick by Smith right over the top. Longinidis bleeding from that cut above the left eye. It's already had a medical inspection. Round 11, coming up to the end of it. Not a bad round for Longinidis, but he's giving, I believe, too big a start. He's going to have to get that shot off that you're talking about, Trevor, to win the fight. That's my opinion and yours, obviously.
Yes, I have Maurice Smith well ahead on points. But I think Stan the Man, he's got a huge heart. He's giving it everything he has. I don't think you can ask anything more from this young Australian challenger. And I think the big crowd here, they're right behind him. But I think they're now settling in. They're seeing a real champion in action. This is a professional effort here by Maurice Smith. He's really carved Stan the Man up over the last few rounds.
Oh, big left kick. Left turning kick. Smith trying to get a shot, a rip through the cover there of Longinidis. Then he gives him what you might call a good old-fashioned kick in the pants. Gets off the kick again, does the champion, and again. Longinidis, he's going to know he's been in a fight when he gets up to walk on those legs tomorrow. There's the bell, that's the end of 11. The Aussies hanging in there, Stan the man.
Well, they're certainly looking at the worst footwear there, Ray Warren. 11 rounds against Maurice Smith, I'm not surprised. I think Maurice is hitting with just about everything that he could possibly hit. Stan the man's taken it well, I thought. I think he's put up a great performance. But once again, you saw the sheer ring knowledge of Maurice Smith there. Right into the 11th round, he's still working on Stan the man's legs, still slowing the challenger down. Maurice Smith, on the other hand, he doesn't look like he's been in much of a fight, really. He looks very cool, calm and collected, sitting there in the corner.
Seconds out. Last round. World Heavyweight Championship. And Stan the man, Longinidis, behind on points on our card to the champion Maurice Smith. Longinidis put him down in the first round, and it was in the early early rounds that we thought Longinidis may have been bringing the title down into Australia, but Smith, like a true champion, has come back and piled on the points. Big left kick by Smith, right over the top by Smith. And the champion, he'd have to know he's in front on points, I would suggest. Longinidis, in this last round of this 12-round contest, is going to have to pull a tremendous punch out of his kit if he's going to put Maurice Smith down and out. Smith still looking cool, calm and collected. He's been in bother a couple of times, but he's always came back composed and seemingly taking up the ascendancy.
Well, he's certainly not taking any chances in the final round. Ray bounced out straight away, went on the attack against Stan the man, and as you can see, he's continually worn the challenger down. He's a very good champion, this one.
Left turning kick by Maurice Smith. Good scoring shot. Gets off that right kick 3 times in this final round in the last few seconds. Big kicks. And Longinidis unable to move. Those legs of his have taken an absolute thumping in this fight. Big left kick by Smith. Champion really letting the young Australian know who is the champ, and he's used both left and right punches, but his kicking has been the feature of the fight. Now he delivers another big right kick. Longinidis hanging in there, digging as deep into his courage as he can, but Smith takes him back to the corner. The bell ends. The World Heavyweight Championship is over. 12-2. We wait for the decision. Maurice Smith back to his corner. He'd have to feel pretty happy with himself. Stan the man, Longinidis.
Make us proud, mate. Proud to be Australian, that's it, mate.
The seconds. Just trying to clean up the gash above the eye of Stan the man, Longinidis.
You can hear Nick Kinos, the manager of Stan the man, in his corner, telling Stan, you should be proud, you're a proud young Australian, and he's quite right. This is a great effort by this young fighter, and I hope, all Australians really get behind him in the years to come, because he's got a big future, Stan the man, and he's not down and out by a long way. There was a great fighting effort, and I doubt if there'd be any other heavyweight in the world that would have gone the distance tonight with Maurice Smith. He looked in great form. His kicks were sharp, his hand combinations were on target, and he wore the challenger down. It was a professional effort by a great champion.
The World Heavyweight title has been decided by a split decision.
Oh, there's a surprise, Ray, a split decision.
The judges scoring 170, 111, 114, 113, 114, 115. And the winner is in the red corner, Maurice Smith.
The Mean Machine,
And
still the World Heavyweight Champion, Maurice Smith. I've got to be honest, and in being that way, I can't believe a split decision.
No, I'm surprised, Ray. I had Maurice Smith well in front on points. It'd be interesting to find out whether it was one of the American judges. We've had some experience with them in recent times. Their scoring can sometimes be a little erratic, but I don't think there's any doubt Maurice Smith won that fight. He won it well. He's a great champion, but at the same time, he was up against a great challenger from Australia.
Tremendous effort by Longinidis, no question about that. Well, there he is now with the promoter of the fight, Ben Coxon, with the trophy, and here stand the man.
It's a policy of my own that win, lose or draw, I always say the same thing. And I thank everyone that's come out to support me. The people in Sydney have been very hospitable. People in Sydney made me feel really much at home. I've been here over 4 weeks. I want to thank all the people that come out from Melbourne. There's over 2,000 people here from Melbourne. Thank you all. And just as always, I'd like to thank the people involved with me, the whole team. Darren Goodson, Shuki for coming out here from the United States to help me. Leroy, Billy out there from City Gym, my manager Nick Cameron, who I love very much. My family, everyone out there I want to thank. Whether I win or lose, I always give the glory to my Heavenly Father, and this is the first time that I've lost. And I won't forget you, Lord. You're still number one in my books. And if you can see on my left arm, I'm wearing a black band. My dream tonight was to win the title, and it's dedicated to a friend of mine that passed away about a week and a half ago. A friend of mine named Steve, the Maurice, that had a heart transplant and had complications and he passed away. And I know you're watching, Steve. I did my best. And I hope you're proud of me.
I'm sure he is.
Now you know why Maurice Smith is the heavyweight champion for over 8 years. I told him that I was going to give him a war. I told him I had my gun loaded to give him the best shot. Maurice Smith is a guy that I've idolised as a heavyweight, and I gave him my best shot. I hope you guys appreciate the effort that I put in. Thank you.
We do, and I think so too does Maurice Smith.
He's a fine young spokesman for the sports, Dan Longinidis.
I'm glad I hope you're happy because it was an exciting fight on my part. And Stan, you deserve all the best, and hopefully we'll meet again. Because I'm going to keep it for a few more years, buddy. So, but you fought a hell of a fight, and it was close to doing either way. And like I said, I'm glad that you fans came out to support the sport, because we feel we're just as much as boxing. And if you think so as well, keep coming to the games, the fights, and we'll eventually make the big money the boxers make. And Jeff Fennick, where you at? How you like it? Not like you, but we try just as hard as you guys. You do. Good luck to you in your future, buddy.
Well, there it is. I hope you enjoyed the action from down here at the Sydney Entertainment Centre, and a big night ending in a big fashion for the heavyweight champion of the kickboxing world, Maurice Smith from Washington State. And it's not hard to see why he has held that championship for something like 8 years, and as he said, he's not about to give it up easily. Our man, Stan the Man Longinidis, game, gallant in defeat, and I'm sure everybody that saw his performance tonight agree that he is a worthy contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. It didn't come tonight, it might come another day down the track. I'm Ray Warren on behalf of Trevor Munnery and the whole crew here from the Sydney Entertainment Centre. Thank you for joining us, and good night.